What does it mean to be an old soul? Old soul meaning and definition. You've probably heard the phrase old soul before, but maybe you haven't given its meaning much thought. If you or someone you love is withdrawn and thoughtful, it might signal an old soul. Frequently misunderstood, old souls are usually considered outcasts and can be viewed as antisocial. This makes them stand out from the rest because they are an old soul, not because of a personality disorder. As a result, old souls have trouble fitting in sometimes, but they often have unparalleled wisdom to share too. What is an old soul? There are some people who don't quite fit the mold of those around them. Perhaps you felt isolated or alone. Or just that you weren't entirely in the same realm as your peers. Maybe it's your lover who seems like this to you, or even your child. The truth is, age has no bearing on whether someone is an old soul. If your soul has been incarnated many times, it's had more experiences. Most old souls feel a certain disconnect from the earth, and most are inherently aware that they're different, a solitary life. Old souls are often uninterested in what other people in their age group find exciting. As a result, old souls aren't satisfied making friends with people they can't relate to, and they tend to find themselves on their own a lot of the time. An online psychic reading can give insight into whether you, or a loved one, are an old soul. The old soul's tendency to think a lot about everything also leads them to a more solitary existence. This reflection is hugely positive, too. Old souls can learn from their actions and the actions of those around them, which gives them insight into countless situations, which is one of the reasons why they feel so old at heart. Old souls have learned many lessons simply through their own thoughts. Seeking out wisdom. Spiritually inclined and with an inherent sense of life's transience, old souls gravitate towards intellectual pursuits. Old souls see the power in knowledge and the happiness that comes from wisdom. Going after this kind of satisfaction is much more fulfilling for old souls than engaging in gossip or anything materialistic. If you or someone you know is particularly intellectual, it may signal an old soul. You've probably heard the phrase old soul before, but maybe you haven't given its meaning much thought. If you or someone you love is withdrawn and thoughtful, it might signal an old soul. Old souls have trouble fitting in sometimes, but they often have unparalleled wisdom to share. Is my child an old soul? Even children can be old souls. Like their adult counterparts, children with old souls are typically dreamy, withdrawn, and thoughtful. Speaking with a telephone psychic can help you pinpoint if your child is exhibiting these signs because they are indeed an old soul. A child who struggles to fit in with other children their age may have these issues because they're an old soul. There's no one way a child with an old soul acts. They relate well to people much older than them, but they can also get into trouble with adults because they don't like listening to authority. Likewise, children who are old souls can underachieve or overachieve. Figuring out why your child is having trouble fitting in may be key in helping find a unique path to success. Whether you've wondered if you're an old soul or love someone you believe is, it's important to nurture the beauty that comes with an old soul. How much did you enjoy this article?